Jim Stevens and Brad Anderson back with you here at the 2007 Minnesota State Championships. There you see Tony Spredeman going up against Justin Shaw, the Cinderella story here this weekend in the winner's bracket final of open singles as we once again move to table number 1. And quite the story here this weekend. Justin Shaw, who has upset Brandon Moreland, he upset Steve Modes, and then defeated Terry Moore to reach this point here, the winner's bracket final, where he faces one of the great players in the world, Tony Spredeman, Brad Anderson.
Yeah, Justin Shaw certainly is one of the familiar faces to those who travel on the tour, but generally not in this position.
And Spredeman able to flip it over, and he's up 1-0, and it's really going to take a superhuman effort almost, I would think, from Justin Shaw, who is playing very well.
Yes, he is.
To have a chance against the great Tony Spredeman, one of the truly great players in the world of table soccer.
Well, you'll see Justin plays a bit of an unconventional style a lot of times. Tries different things.
You see, he sets the ball up in pull shot position, likes to have that man well back, the ball back as well. Is able to stroke this one home. It's 1-1. Unorthodox style, as you talked about, but of course, this man right here, a little bit unorthodox as well.
Yeah, so he's going to do a push shot here. Yeah, Justin sets the ball way back, kind of going by the theory that very, very little backstroke on the shot, so it's hopefully quicker.
But he's playing with great confidence. We talked about the 3 big victories leading up to this one. And confidence will really take you a long way. Oftentimes, it's now 2-2.
And also, if you got stuff from that shot, for those of you who know Justin, he's actually wearing jeans tonight, so that's a good thing.
It is. He doesn't often wear jeans.
No, he doesn't.
And perhaps that's the secret to his success today, along with a very good game that he is playing. Comes across with a John Wayne, smoking it home. It's 3-2. He's 3 for 3 shooting the ball, I believe. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, and you'll see Justin use that shot quite a bit.
Spredeman through the lane. Tony now will set it up in front pin position. Try to walk it to that far side and come back down the middle. It's blocked up into the air and off the table. Remains 3-2 here in the opening game in favor of that man right there, Justin Shaw, who will put the ball back into play in his goal area.
So a lot of times you'll see Justin try to actually pass the ball from the 2 actually up to the 3, using kind of little slicing passes and angles, things like that.
Here's Shaw, rather Spredeman shooting against Shaw with a chance to tie this first game up at 3. Try to go to the far side, blocked by Justin Shaw, who earns the right to put the ball back into play in the goal area, which he does.
And of course, Justin originally out of Iowa, now kind of a citizen of the world again.
He is. He does travel the Pro Tour, works the setup crew at IFP events and here this weekend as well, and out on the major professional tour in Las Vegas. Spredeman walks it around, fires it home. It's now 3-3. Justin now looks for the lead as he continues to get the ball, and he continues to shoot the ball well. It's now 4-3. Has he missed from his free row so far?
Not so far, I don't believe.
Tony into the tic-tac, able to rattle that one through. A chance for Cudahy, Wisconsin's Tony Spredeman to tie it up at 4 here in game number 1. Spredeman to the far side. It's 4-4.
And Justin Shaw is very good. He has a very good inside game on his pull shot. Very good at hitting tight splits.
Justin possession on the 5. Well, let's see how he does in a pressure position, a pressure point on table 1, in front of the cameras with the commentators. Able to go along that wall, brings it across and sets it up in pull shot position, looking to close out game number 1. Justin Shaw comes around with a fake. Wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout. Let's see what he does. Fires that one home, going inside once again. An almost perfect effort in that first game from Justin Shaw leads to a 5-4 victory over Spredeman, who immediately puts the ball into play to open up game 2.
Yeah, that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to play just about perfect here.
Well, Tony has earned Justin has earned Tony Spredeman's respect now. And Tony able to fire that one home.
Or at least got his attention.
Nothing now in favor here in the second game of Tony Spredeman. But can Justin Shaw sustain it?
Well, the big thing is Justin's 5-bar too. He's going to have to maintain his pass. He's been passing so far really well.
And Spredeman shooting the ball very well right here. Fires that one home. It's 2-0. And we talked about the fact that Shaw coming off of victories over 3 really big name players. A fortunate effort there. He brought it across, accidentally banked it off that outside wall into the goal. It's now 2-1. I don't believe he still has missed from that 3-row. Spredeman into the tic-tac. But when you beat Brandon Moreland and Steve Mose and Terry Moore in consecutive matches, you're doing something right. And doing it with consistency. Spredeman to the near side. Shaw with a takeaway. Justin fires that one down the table. It comes back to Spredeman on the 3. Tony setting it up in front pin position. Fires it home, cut inside that defensive man of Justin Shaw, but it's now 3-1 here in game 2. So Spredeman, as he so often does after a loss, comes out aggressively, seizes back the momentum. You see there, Justin Shaw with not much behind that pass. It's taken away by Spredeman, showing you that stopped ball wall pass that he's been using here this weekend. And Tony now with a chance to make it 4-1, and he does, firing that one home. So an outstanding performance here in game 2 from Tony Spredeman so far. Justin Shaw coming right back out, passing it along that inner wall. Quick pull kick, blocked and taken away by Spredeman.
Yeah, Justin right now is getting a little bit ahead of himself. First game he played very consistently. If you could see him, he's actually really kind of tight. You see the body language getting much more active and much more kind of jumping around a little bit.
And he has had only 1 possession on the 3-row so far, and he tried something different that really didn't work, but ended up working as he accidentally banked it off that outside wall. Shaw with a block up into the air and off the table.
That looked wide open.
Shaw brought that far man on the 2-row over just enough to make the block. Justin Shaw with a shot attempt blocked up into the air and off the table, so Spredeman will put it back into play. Tony leading 4-1 here in game 2. Shaw leading 1-0. Spredeman now moves into the forward position quickly, passing it along that outside wall. Tony not lacking in any confidence whatsoever. Really playing well here this weekend, and he closes out game number 1. Wow. And steps away from the table. It's now 1 game apiece as he closes out game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 3 underway. So winners bracket final in open doubles. The winner of this match will advance to the open singles final here in Minnesota. Open doubles final certainly, or open doubles winners bracket final certainly will not be taking place today. But the open singles winners bracket final is. In fact, we're commentating it right now.
Yeah.
Coincidentally. And it's 1-0 now in game 3 as Spredeman coming out hot again, shooting the ball very well.
And let me just remind the viewers that it's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
There's the John Wayne again as Justin Shaw brings it across with that far man, firing it into the corner of the goal. It's 1-1.
That's really Justin straight right there.
Yeah.
He does not hit your conventional straight on pull shot.
And Spredeman quickly sets it up, just as quickly fires it home. It's 2-1. And Justin Shaw really playing right into Spredeman's hands right now. He's playing in the same tempo that Tony is, so Tony completely controlling the flow of things right now.
Right,
just make it difficult for Justin Shaw.
Justin Shaw's not a real strong up-tempo player. He tries to keep you off balance. He'll try to catch you in transitions, and if you're looking back to adjust your man or something like that, he'll try to sneak a pass or something like that. But no, he definitely is not going to run with Tony here.
2-2 now as Shaw again went to the inside. Spredeman along the outside wall.
And I have to believe Tony's passing percentage is very high right now.
It's very high. And Shaw able to take it away. So Justin hanging in there. It's 1 game apiece. It's the 3rd game tied up at 2, and somehow Shaw works that ball up the table to his 3-row. A chance for Justin to take the lead here in game number 3. Tried to stroke that long. Spredeman takes it away, fired on goal with a 5-row by Shaw. Eventually, Justin able to reel it in on his 3-row. Another opportunity to take the lead here in game 3. set, John Wayne. Spredeman going nowhere, but Shaw picks it up and quickly fires it home. It's 3-2. So as you talked about early on, Brad Anderson, Shaw very unorthodox, and that's getting to Tony just a bit. Tony really not defending well against the 3-row of Shaw, but he continues to shoot the ball well from his 3-row, and it's now 3-3.
You get the impression sometimes that players like Tony Spredeman, that if they wanted to, they really could run away with a match. And right now, I guess I'm not quite getting that feeling. These guys, I mean, there's certainly familiarity. Again, Justin being from Iowa, Tony from Wisconsin, so they've met up before, very familiar with each other.
Shaw again with possession on the 3, having a look at something there. Now resets it in pull shot position. And comes back with a shot attempt wide of the goal. Tony grabs it, calls timeout. Not sure that was a real good choice in that situation. Possession of the ball in the goal area of Tony Spredeman. Tony looking to go 2 rods to the 5 rod. And he does nicely along that outside wall. Looking into the forward position, Spredeman, tic-tac. Try to go through the lane, able to gather it up after the partial block by Shaw. Tony now will look for the lead. Spredeman fires that shot, blocked by Shaw. Rebound caroms down the table where it's grabbed by Spredeman, who fires a left-handed shot on goal. Shaw with the block and the rebound. Justin Shaw takes it off that back wall, tried to move into the forward position, but Justin really not quite as quick as Spredeman in transition, unable to do so, and eventually the ball ends up on the 5-row of Tony Spredeman. And so often it then ends up on the 3-row. Certainly in this case it does, and Tony will set it up looking for a 4-3 lead once again. Spredeman taps the ball again and then calls timeout.
Jim, I'm trying to think back if Tony Spredeman has had one of his 5-bar passes blocked.
If he has, it has not been many. Passing percentage very, very high. And his shooting percentage not bad as well as he fires this one to the near side. It's now 4-3. That one blocked away by Spredeman. Tony able to reel it in after Shaw turns it over to him on the 3-row, and Tony Spredeman strokes it home to the far side. Tony Spredeman.